when people talk about discipline, they often get it wrong. A lot of people don't struggle with formal discipline, but something else. And this is something that's been blocking me for many years. And when we talk about discipline, we got to go to the root of it. Discipline means to be a disciple to something or someone. In other words, to dedicate your time, your energy, and your life to something or someone. And that means you can be disciplined in your work. You can be very disciplined in your workouts. You can be very disciplined in your health, in your nutrition, in your education. But there's one form of discipline that I figured out a lot of people struggle with. And this is something I've been struggling with for a long time. And I'm talking about creative discipline, allowing yourself to create, allowing yourself to do the things you love to do. Because a lot of people complain about their job, their situation, and that they would rather do what they love to do all the time. But there's a good saying that a lot of people want to do their dream full time or work their dream full time, but they're not even willing to do it part time. And this has been one of my biggest issues, and I figured out that it comes down to four common blocks. The first one is money. Because the thing is, you prioritize everything else because you feel like the thing that you love to do won't make you money. And although that is a legitimate reason or legitimate fear, it can be a block that holds you back from actually creating. And the thing is, the truth is, which I strongly believe in, is that you can make a living doing what you love to do. And when you do what you love to do, you have more energy, you have more life force, you have more love, more joy, because you are a creator. You came here to create. And when you let the money hold you back, you're always putting it above your dream. And simultaneously, you're also not allowing yourself to even get to the point where you can start earning money from the things that you love to do. So if you're not even willing to carve out some time to invest into your dream and to do something for it, because of the money issue is always going to be there. And you're never going to get to the point where you're going to make a living off of it, where you're going to do what you love full time, right? So even if you have to do other stuff for money, even if you have to do jobs that are not completely fulfilling you, you still got to take some time to do what you love to do what you can. And also, if you got this big project you want to work on and you don't have the finances to do it, make sure that you do what you can with what you have right now. There's other resources outside of money that you can use. If you have an iPhone, which you probably have, or if you have a smartphone that you're watching this video on, most likely, you already got a great resource. You can start creating with that. You know, I'm creating this video with my iPhone right now. So you just got to ask yourself, is money really the biggest issue right now? Or is there something else that I can tap into right now? Do I make the main issue that I don't have the money to buy the camera right now and that's why I can't create a video? Or is this just an excuse that holds me back from doing what I want to do? So really tap into your resources and don't use money as an excuse to not do what you love to do. The second one is time itself. Because a lot of time we think that we have to invest huge amounts of time, hours into what we love to do. And a lot of times we feel like we don't have enough time to create the things that we love to do or to do what we actually want to do. But again, if you're not willing to do part-time what you love, you won't get to the point where you can do it full-time. And this has been a big block for me because I always thought I needed hours to record songs, or I need hours to practice the guitar, or I need hours to write, I need hours to create videos like these, or to create a concept or whatever. But I figured out I just need to break it down into little steps. And if you give yourself a little time, you can create a lot in little time. If you take 15 minutes of focused work, if you take 15 minutes of a focused guitar practice, you can make a lot of progress. I've been doing this for almost 90 days now, I think more than 90 days. And I can start playing songs. And I didn't know how to play the guitar before because I wanted to expand my artistry, you know? So if you give yourself a little time every day, or every week at least, then you're still going to make progress. And you're also signaling to yourself and to the universe, or your creator, however you want to call it, that you're willing to actually create this reality that you think about, that you talk about, that you dream about. You're making your dream a reality. But you have to start with these little steps. You have to start with this little time. Because if you're not giving yourself the time, it's not going to happen. And even if you have a 60-hour work week, then you still got to carve out a little time. And you can start with as little as 5 minutes and makes a huge difference. Even if you think that's ridiculous, it makes a huge difference. And a lot of time you figured out that you have more time for the things you want to do. You create more time for the things you love to do. But just these little steps, if you do them every day, if you take a little time every day, or just every week, then you create space for what you love to do, and you shape your reality around your actions and around your intentions. Because then you get into the flow, you get into the rhythm, and you start creating. So another one is overconsumption, consuming too much, constantly being on YouTube, looking for solutions, looking for people to save you. And sometimes that can be masqueraded as productivity, as learning something, as actually doing something productive or doing something useful, not just distracting yourself, but actually it's a distraction in disguise. Because a lot of times you're just passively consuming, looking for someone to give you the answer, looking for someone to save you, but you have to save yourself. You have to do it yourself. And you have to sit down and create. If you watch something, and especially on YouTube, then make sure that after that you do something about it, that you implement the things that you do. And a lot of people don't do that. And this is something that I've been struggling with for a long time. I just watch a lot of people on YouTube trying to look for answers, trying to get this this perfect plan, or how to solve my life, so to say, but it's not happening. You got to do it your own way, and you got to start creating. Create more than you consume. Because again, you are here as a creator. You came here as a creator. You didn't came here as a consumer. You're not here to consume. And the more you consume, the more you giving away your life energy. The less joy you feel, because you're here to create. And the more you suppress your creations, the more you suppress yourself from doing the thing you love to do, the more weakened you are in your core. You're gonna feel this tension. You're gonna feel that something is missing because you're here to create. So be real with yourself. If you're over consuming, if you're doom scrolling, and even if you're watching one YouTube video after another and never take the time to create, cut out the majority of the time. Consume 10% and create 90%, and watch what happens, especially if you say that you don't have time. And just take a little time. Again, it doesn't have to be a lot of time, but overconsumption really blocks you the most, and it puts you in a position where you feel like you can't do it. But when you just spend time with yourself and ask yourself, okay, what is it that I want to create, and just allow yourself to create whatever wants to come through, and also give you permission to not be perfect, that's when you start to get into the flow, into this creation flow, where you're going to get better and you will want to do more. But you have to start somewhere. And the last one, this is actually when you get to the step when you want to share your creations. A lot of people are afraid of judgment, afraid of being seen, afraid of what people think of you. And this is something I've been struggling with as well. And I think every creative, every artist struggled with that at some point. But you got to think of it like this. You have a gift inside of you, and you can help someone with your gift. Whether that is your music, whether that is your art, if you paint something, whether that is if you write books, whatever it is that you do, you have a gift inside of you, and nobody can do it like you. There are many people in that niche or in that industry that you creating stuff in, but no one can do it like you. If you open yourself up to the creativity, and if you surrender to your source, if you let it happen through you, because it's not you doing the thing, it's happening through you. Something, this infinite intelligence, however you want to call it, creates for you. But you have to be willing to surrender and to open yourself up to receive it. Because if you're not taking the time to receive it, you can't do it. It's like God can wake you up, but it's up to you to get up and do something. God can send you this stuff, but it's up to you to use it, And when you're afraid of being seen, when you're afraid of being judged because of someone that you don't even know, don't do it for them. Do it for the person that you can actually help with your stuff. There's someone out there who needs your message. There's someone out there who been through the same thing like you, and they need what you can share with them. Whether that's through a song, whether that's through a video, whether that's through your book, whatever it is. Like, those are just free examples. You have to do it your way, and you have to find out what it is that you want to do and the medium that you enjoy the most. You can do multiple things, but what's most important is that you Don't let yourself be held back of what other people think of you, and being afraid of being judged. Because the truth is, you most likely will be judged for what you do. But the other truth, the deeper truth, is that there are multiple people out there who will celebrate you for who you are, and who will love you for who you are, and who value what you put into the world and what you help them with, you know? And that's when it's not just about you. It's about us. It's about the highest good of all. When you do it from love, don't do it for the ego. Don't do it for the validation. Don't do it for the likes. Do it because that's what you have in your heart, and that needs to be shared. One of my favorite authors, Wayne Dyer, said, "Don't die with your music inside. Let it out, and just do it, you know. And don't even do it as an experiment. Just do it, you know. Just show up and just allow yourself to keep showing up and allow yourself to keep sharing." But the fear of being seen, the fear of being judged, that's one of the most, I think that's something that blocks the most people. And the truth is, we all want to be seen and heard. When you pray, for example, you send that prayer out because you want to be heard by your creator. And when you create something, actually you want it to be seen, you know? But it depends on what energy you get. It depends on your intentions and why you want it to be seen. If you just want it to be seen, if you just want to create some viral video that's trendy so that you can be liked by a lot of people, it can happen too, you know. But then you got to ask yourself, is this what I want to be known for? Is this what I want to put out into the world? What's the intention here? What do I want to create? What do I want to give to that person who's seeing it? If that's your intention, if that's what you want to go for it. But I'm talking about the thing that's in your heart that wants to be shared. And it's time that you start sharing it. It's time that you allow yourself to show up. And it's time that you allow yourself to be you and to share yourself with the world. Because again, you're much needed. And if you allow yourself to show up, you will attract the right people who honor you for who you are, who love you for who you are, and who are so grateful that you have the courage to be your authentic self and to share your creations with the world. So incorporate creative discipline. Incorporate some sort of routine. Give yourself 5 minutes to create a day. Give yourself some time, at least once per week, to do what you love to do. Ideally daily, because if you do it daily, you get into the rhythm. And when you get into the rhythm, things start to change. And when things start to change, you change your reality. And you create it, you know? You create the space for the things you love. You create the space for the good you desire, and you have to. Otherwise, you're just going to stay stuck and stay blocked. And then you're going to be old and you're just going to be mad at yourself for not taking a chance, for not allowing yourself to show up, for letting fear guide you, not love. And you have to let love guide you, not fear, because you are love. And it's just not worth it to die with regret and to die with your music inside. So let your music out. Let your creations out. Allow yourself to create and allow yourself to do the things that you love to do. Because again, you came here to create. Your creator created you to create and not to consume. Consume a little, but consume consciously. Consume for inspiration. Consume from people that remind you of who you truly are. They remind you of the light that's within you. And don't consume so much of, ideally cut out the stuff of all those people who trigger your shame or to try to lure you into something just to give you something that's not serving your highest good, you know? Like, also pay attention to what you consume, because what you consume consumes you. And with that being said, create more. And if you don't have these other disciplines, working out is good for you. Eating right is important. But if you're like me, those are not the things that I've been struggling with. So the things we've been struggling with, the things that we need to start doing is create more. So allow yourself to create, allow yourself to show up, and just have fun. It's not about being rigid. It's about having fun and enjoying the process. And when you do, magical things start to happen. So I thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I am La Haru. This is the Way of Law. And I thank you for being here. One love.